What's up? We got Spyro the Dragon here. I'm Ryan or Bananarangs or whatever you want to call me, and we're gonna go into slot one, new game, and we're gonna go ahead and watch a cutscene here before we get into the actual game. It's a common game design in the world of dragons. Here we go.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it six? For a dragon's age. We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000? What about this Ganasty Gnork character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature. Simple! He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat! Besides, he is ugly. That does it!
Looks like I've got some things to do.
All right, and the adventure begins. So, here we are, Spyro the Dragon. What is this game all about? What is this game? This is a PS1 game, PlayStation 1. It is a classic 3D platformer collectathon. There's a lot of different names for these types of games. This is the first in a trilogy on the PS1. This game is followed by Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, and Spyro Year of the Dragon. And what is the gameplay? Well, it's pretty simple. I think it's pretty simple. They don't make a lot of games like this nowadays, I don't think. But, you know, you gotta run around, you gotta collect the gems, you gotta free the dragons who are trapped in crystal, and you have to defeat the enemies. And defeating the enemies in this game will give you gems. In fact, the story reason is that Nasty Nork, who's the main villain, actually turned the gems into enemies for his cause. So that was never explored too deeply, but let me go ahead and free the first dragon here. This is Nestor. He is again, not a lot of the dragons are like actually I can't say like he's the leader of the dragons or something, but he is a prominent dragon. So let's go ahead and free him. This is Nestor.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
So there we go. He basically is saying there, find dragons first, or free dragons first. And the reason is because in order to get to the next homeworld, you have to collect a certain amount of dragons for this homeworld in particular. So you start in this homeworld, you know, you got your dragons here, there are individual levels that you go to, and between all of them you have to collect a certain amount of dragons, and then you'll be allowed to move to the next homeworld, and so on. But each homeworld has a different thing pretty much you need to get through it. So here's the balloonist. And he says, if you prove your worth by rescuing 10 dragons, then we can use the balloon. So, in order to get to the next world, he will bring us there, but only if we collect 10 dragons. And that's pretty much the basics of this game. There are some levels that get a little bit more difficult, a little bit complex. So some more different gameplay things do pop up. But overall, this game is actually pretty simple. Once you know the basics, you can pretty much go forward, and you don't have a lot more they need to learn. And let me go ahead and rescue this dragon, Delbin.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro! You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
And that's something I forgot to mention. Your health in this game is measured by the dragonfly that's following you. His name is Sparks, and he changes color each time you take a hit. He will turn blue, then he will turn green, and then he will disappear. At that point, the next hit you take will kill you, and you do have a certain amount of lives. So I've got 5 lives. That probably won't come into play in the future games in this series. There are some points in the game where it's like, okay, you know, you can fail and you can definitely lose some lives. In this game, once you've played it enough times like I have, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of situations where I'm going to be losing a bunch of lives in a row. And so there's only a few different areas in this first homeworld. This is Artisans. Each one is named after the type of dragons that inhabit it. So this is Artisans. I'm not sure why Spyro starts out in the Artisans' home. He's just kind of there, I guess. That might be the meeting place for the dragons or something. But anyway, yeah, Spyro is a young dragon, and he is, you know, the rest of the dragons you see, they are grown, and Spyro is not at that level yet. He doesn't have the strength that they have, and Spyro can use his flame, he can charge, but he can't defeat every enemy the same way, which we will see going forward. And here is another dragon. This is Thomas, right? Yep.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide, and don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks, plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
Yeah, there's definitely some drops, some gaps. There's a lot of gliding that goes on in this game, which is the main platforming in terms of the difficulty or the skill that you might need. Will come into play there. So some of the enemies that I've defeated, that guy was just like a normal Nork. He's actually, those guys don't even attack you. That's a tradition in the Spyro series. The first level will have an enemy that won't even attack you, and you can just very easily kill. And I believe I killed a gem thief or two as well, just guys that steal gems, and they don't attack you either. They just run around a little bit. And here is, I don't remember this guy's name, but he's going to tell us about this boss, Argus.
Cool Flash, do that again.
The Artisan's boss is through a portal in the Dragon Mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First you must complete one of the other Artisan lands.
So he tells us that we can't fight the boss who's inside this dragon head, which, by the way, is one of the coolest level entrances in the whole game. We will see that as we go forward. There's some that are cool, but like this is just like it's like out of place kind of, and it's just it's intimidating and it's pretty cool. So, but yeah, in Artisans you can't move on to face the boss until you've completed one of the other lands, and the reason is not clear. And also, the qualification to have this guy take you to the next world is that you just need 10 dragons. It doesn't have anything to do with beating the boss. You can just collect 10 dragons in the other levels, and you don't even have to face the boss in there. So he's in a little narrow area too. I think I forgot that existed sometimes when I was a kid. But anyway, have we completed the level? We have. See, it really sneaks up on you, Artisans. It's very easy, one of the easiest levels to complete, but they're not going to all be this easy. Let me go over to Stonehill, and I'm going to go ahead and call the episodes level by level, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and in the next episode, we're going to head into the first real level, Stonehill. I hope you'll join me, and I'll see you then.